Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Wake up, YouTube. Wake up, Fibsville. Wake up. This is your wake up call, your artful wake up call. Penelope is going to play today. Yes, Mary. Let's get them up and do some art. Yeah. I have my tea. I have my gem journal. Good morning. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier, and today is February 17th. We have to get some art done here. I have my tea in the mug that Petal sent me. It needs to cool off for a little, so I'm going to put it over here to the edge. Penelope, you're going to go over this way. This is my gem journal. I'm going to be with today. Good morning, Arlene. Hi, Teresa. Good morning, ladies. Okay, I have this canvas that Annie V sent me, and I thought I would use it today. Penelope, you're going to have to jump off for a minute. Don't lose your scissors or your tag. Your tag is here. Let's secure your scissors a little more. There we go. Okay, I want to, shall I remove it? Yeah. Let's put it this way. Let's throw this in the wastebasket, but eraser shavings. Okay, so we are going to do some canvas art today. Canvas art. And Penelope is going to be our model. Oh, wow, this is nice. Annie B. And she said this is already primed. So, wow. She put it in a nice bag. So she said I should be able to work directly on it, and I hope I will be. I'm going to cut a piece. That means I'm going to measure. Let me get my ruler out here. All right. Let's see what we have here. Well, I need to do a little arithmetic. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Up and at 'em. Are you going to tackle the day? What's on your plate for today? What's on your table? All right. So let me come down here and let's go to my calculator. 3.5 times, I think I'll make 5. 17.5. Could go to 18. But then I'd have, let's write this down. Up here. 17.5 by 17.5. 5 by 5, that's what I want. Well, no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. Let's clear that. We want 2.5 times 5 is equal to 12.5. That's a little reasonable. We'll just make this 7 a 2. 12.5 by 17.5. So I'm going to move my phone out of the way. And let's see what I have. Wow. Wow. I might have needed to cut this. It's a big old piece of canvas. It's a big piece of canvas. Let me fold this up so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm not too worried about wrinkles in here because as I work with it, they will work out. And please forgive my fingernails. I was up last night working on my little Defy box. Let me at least get a little of the dirt out from underneath of them. You can't see what I'm doing. I just hate to have a lot of dirty. I did wash my hands, but I did not. Well, you know. All right, that's better. So let's do some marking here. 12.5. I think I better make it 13 just to make sure that I better pull this out. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. We need to fluff this over one. I should have cut this yesterday, but I really hadn't decided what I was going to do yet. I better make it 13 by 8. I mean 13 by 18, which is the width of this ruler. And I'm just going to cut one piece here. I'm going to mark it with my marker. Come on, marker. And it really doesn't matter at this point if it's even bigger than 18 because I'm just going to mark it here. Mark it there. Mark it down here. And let's see, let's go down. 13 inches. I think this is pretty much on the salvage, but I think I'll go down 14 inches. Give myself plenty of room. Plenty of room in case it's not even. Down 14 inches. And down and across here. Right there. And oops, is that? Yeah, see, that's certainly, well, I'll mark it better here. There we go. Just gives me plenty of room to square it off if I have to. Now, I want to cut. I'll need this ruler again, but let me put it here. And I'm going to cut backwards here. Can I do that? I want to cut this way. Can I make a hole in it? Can I make a cut? Yeah. Now, bring this up a little. Now let's turn it. Oh. It's a big piece of canvas she sent me. She sent me a big piece of canvas, Annie V did. I'm trying to get a little piece cut out of it. Let me fold this again. I'm folding it up so that I have better control what I'm doing. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Thank you, Annie V. Thank you, thank you. Where did it go? It's under here. Oops. If I bump the camera, I apologize. Just cut it, fold it that way. And you won't be able to see me cut down at the end, but you'll see when I come up here. What did I do with my scissors? I'm going to cut along this line here. And I only want one piece, and that's all. It's a nice canvas. It's a very nice canvas. And you guessed it, they're going to be ATC size. Now, let's fold this. Grab a hold of it, Mary. Now, put it this way. You might see my camera jiggle a little. I'm going to cut this side. And hope I measured right. Well, it doesn't matter because I can still get pieces out of it. I think I did. Boy, wouldn't it be fun to do a double dirty dozen on a piece of canvas? All right, so there's my piece. Let me set it aside and get this folded up, or at least I'll fold it up good after the stream. Oops, there went my scissors. No, something fell beneath. Something fell down the crevice. And not my scissors yet. I guess it was my ink pen. I don't know what it was. Paintbrush or something. So here's what I'm going to work on. And I'm not worried about that because once you get this wet or whatever, it will. Oh, it was my little scissors that fell down. I'll have to dig those out. All right. We won't need those right now. And here's a scrappy attached to the bottom of it. Come on, get off of there. Yeah. All righty. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to work from this line, I think, and this line. And I could wet that, but I'm not going to. Get my pen out. Let's chat. See what you guys are saying to me. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mitzi. Good morning, Kimberly. Mary has accidentally bumped the camera to make sure we're awake. Yeah, it's pretty hard to work on a small area like this with a big piece. But I got it cut down to 18 by 14. But I only need, oh, I wrote it on that other piece. I only need, oh, it's upside down. I want to look at my measurements again. It's on the underside here. On this side. I only need 12 by 5 by 17 by 5. Because I'm going to do 5 by 5 ATCs. And really, I should use this little T-square. I have a larger T-square. But I think this will be enough to square it out. Let's bring this down and put this here. We might leave a half of an inch or so there. Well, I have 14 inches. So yeah, I can leave a half of an inch. Let's just mark it here. And keep it there. Well, I gotta mark it there. Let's mark it here too. And Oh, my paint's in the way. Mark it here. And let's do the other side. Let's see. I only need, what did I say? 12 by 5? 12 by 5, I think I said. But I can measure. Let's do it just right here, because I think I'll have enough. A ruler right side up here. Put my line there. This is 13. I only need 12 by 5. 12, 5 is there. So let's kind of line this up here. And I probably could come clear over there. Well, I don't know. I want to come in a ½ inch. Maybe even an inch. 18. Oh, that's 18. Maybe not that much. I'll make a mark. A ½ inch. Yeah. 12 by 5. Yeah, let's go in a ½ inch here. A ½ inch. This is much easier to handle at this size of paper. All right, move this back up. This back over here. Put this back this way. My camera must be crooked. Hold on. Let's straighten out my camera a little. Is it still crooked? Not too bad. Maybe it goes the other way. Oh, that's way crooked. That was the wrong way. This way. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, I want to make a line across here. And 17.5, right about there. Except, well, yeah, I guess I am. Well, we'll see. This is 12.5 there. Are those my 2.5s? They are. Let's look at my calculations again here before I move on. Calculator. 5 times 2.5 equal 12.5. So 2.5 and 5 and 7.5 and 10 and 12.5. Yep. And let's do the same down here. $2.5 and 5. This doesn't feel primed. This may shrink a little, so they may not be exactly by the time I paint them. We'll see what happens. 7.5. They may be a little smaller, but if they're smaller, I could mount them on 10 and 12. I could mount them on oh, Mary's thinking to herself, on 3.5 by 5, but 3.5 by 2.5. We'll see if this shrinks down any. Let's see, I said 17.5, which is right there, and 17.5 up here, which is right there. And makes a line here. But let's draw 17.5. Yeah, that's right at 17.5. And 17.5 here. And then here. Oh, I'm losing my pen here, which doesn't make a big deal, but I do like to see the mark. Isn't that interesting? Let's get out a bigger one, a different one. Yeah, I'll try this one. There we go. And is that 2.5? Let's make sure. 2.5, 5, 10. Yeah. No, let's measure 2.5 down this way. So today is President's Day. Those of you who work in federal offices or state offices probably will not have to work today, but the rest of you might have to. I don't know if is it an official holiday? I think it is. President's Day, it celebrates both Washington and Lincoln's birthday. I can't remember if we had to go to school on President's Day. Too long ago for those memories. I only remember the important things, like my name. And then sometimes I forget that. Oh, Mary, that's bad. Oops, that could come down just a bit. It doesn't matter if it has black around the edges. In fact, I'll probably put black around the edges. All right, now I need to go down 3.5. Here, 3.5, 7. Oh, 7.5. No, 7, 10.5, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. And is that what I did there? I guess it doesn't matter. 10.5, 12, 13, 14, and then 17.5. So let's do the same down here. Three and a half, 7, 10.5, 14. Which one is it? This one, 14 and 17.5. That doesn't look like it matches. Yeah, it does. This one does. There we go. Let's draw here again. 14.5. 14.5. Yeah, I didn't think it matched. That doesn't match. What are you doing? It's hard for me to see way up here. The lines don't matter because I will be, yeah, see, I don't have 14.5. I only had 14. 14 is all I need. Because it's 7. Okay, that makes sense. 14. And I have a couple marks there, but that doesn't matter because they'll get worked in. 14. They'll get worked in. I'd rather have it accurate than have it a couple little marks there. And I made extra. Too. All right, let's continue this. And this. Now, when I cut these apart, which isn't going to happen right away, they should ravel like this does, and that's what I want. I want this to kind of eventually ravel. All right. Now, do I want to work this way, though? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm not going to cut them right away. Penelope, you're going to have to come out here and model for me. And let's see, that pen was getting dry. And let's get a pen out here, maybe one that's not dry yet. I've got a whole bunch of them over here because I pull them off my desk to work with. And I've got to sort out the dry ones from the not dry ones. This one looks pretty good. Let's pull it down here. Now maybe let's zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. Plus, plus. That should be pretty good. You won't see Penelope too much because she's going to be in the way here. All right. So let's just start right in. Now that's straight to me. That is straight to me. And my camera is crooked. That's really crooked the other way. That's crooked the other way. How come I can't get this straight? That's better. Now I've got to readjust my chair here. Pillows on my chair to help me raise up to the level of I need, because my chair, I'm on my old chair. It quit squeaking. My old chair quit squeaking, so I'm using it. It really fits better into the desk, but it's good tea. It's kind of low. What I want to do is Penelope's. And they're all going to be hand sketched, so they'll all be just a little bit different, but there'll still be Penelope's. And they're going to go on like this. And I haven't decided whether I'm going to use paint or ink. I haven't decided. I think ink will sink in more than paint will. So I might use paint. Now she's got a tag. I had it hanging off of her hat and I moved it down to there. I think I'll hang it off of her hat. Yeah, and her head kind of goes at a slant this way. And she's got all that beautiful, her hat comes down like this and up. You aren't going to see, she might be a little bit too large for this, but I don't have that much. If you look, that there's not a whole lot coming out this way, the way she is now. There's just a little white, and that's going to be put in after I put in the background. But I'm just kind of sketching it in here now. And then she'll have some needles and this little piece of fabric here. And the scissors will come down. Actually, they go more like that, but I'm putting them more like this. And then she'll have all these little round pins. And the tag, I think I'll put the tag here. Well, no, let's see. Now, I guess that's the best place for it right there. And she's got sort of a ruffly collar. And then the scissors go in here. And then this comes up this way and down that way and around like that. And I'll deal with her eyes. I'll deal with her eyes when I paint the face. Right now, she's not going to have a face. So I want to do this 20 times. And each one will be hand drawn, but they'll be a little bit different because I don't draw the same on every. And you guessed it, I'm going to give 16 of them away. I wish I had Linda's address. I feel so bad that I can't send her anything physically. And I haven't sent anything. I feel bad, Linda. But you're in my thoughts. I guess that's what counts. Put my scissors in here. Like that. And this kind of comes over like that. Now I need a heart. I need a heart. I think I'll put a heart right in there. Like that. And she'll have heart-shaped lips. And this is kind of the... And let's put a heart on there. I guess that needs to be a little longer. And it'll have some needles in her hat. And her collar, we'll make her collar a little bigger here. And then she'll have all this feather coming out here. And that will actually get done after I paint my background. And some pins. Needles and pins. And the scissors coming down in here. Her head is there. Okay, one more. You're going to watch me draw all these, sketch all these little Penelopes. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. Hi, Linda. Only 1 mil peeps here in Rotterdam. Hi, Imelda. Do you think you could find me? There's only 1 million peeps in Rotterdam. Imelda says, I have no idea, Linda, but a real lady doesn't do such things. Hi, Tori. Imelda, Andrea. Good morning, Andrea and Imelda. Tori starts humming the Mission Impossible music. Aw, thank you, Linda. I'm going to have to start scanning. I have things, pictures of things. I think I did a portrait a long time ago, and I have it, a picture of it. I just haven't put it out on my drive. A postcard when I was doing those postcards. Hi, Carla. Good morning, Carla. Arlene's in the house. Carla's here. Linda came in. Lady Imelda. Ooh. So many boots. Not even a prince from somewhere. Oh no, ISP is doing maintenance. Linda is the name from some holy lady from a nunnery. Cheryl's in the house. Cheryl, you are up early this morning. Lady Imelda from the Netherlands. Amanda's here. Tori's. Artful Dabbler, are you Tori? Or are you Amanda? You're Tori. You're Tori. Andrea is Function Light of One. All right, I'm getting you guys straightened out. You're Tori. You're Tori to me. Oh, sounds good, Stack. Just keep calling you Stack. You don't want to catch me singing? Let's see. In case you fall asleep, rest well. Mitzi says, got any ideas how you are going to use the piano roll? Love the clear zine. Oh, you love the clear zine? Yeah, I was going to do some zines this morning, but I actually do want to get these done as much as I can. Let's put the tag here. It's got the tag that Mina made for her. This is for Penelope. Now let's see, her head goes in here and her hat goes up here. Like that. It kind of comes down. Maybe not that much. More like that. And she's got the ruffly and the scissors. Ruffle. This is just kind of a rough sketch so I can paint her. And then she's got all that, the feather, the eyelash yarn, the feathery stuff coming out over this way. And that little piece of fabric there. And the heart. And some pins. And some needles. There we go. Her face might be a little long here. A little too. More like that. I'm going to draw 20 Penelopes this morning. How about that? Canvas ATCs. Yep, that's what they're going to be. Thank you, Arlene, for putting the community tab out there for the prompts. Cheryl says, we're trying to type. Linda says, Mitzi. Hey, Tori, it is Toy. Linda says, Morgan. Well, I say, hello, Linda. Hello. I can't type this morning. That's okay. Nina, I can't talk. What's worse, not being able to type right or not being able to talk right when you're streaming? I think that the talking is a little bit worse. Let's see. Scissors here are going to be just a little bit bigger. They're just kind of tucked in there. And a handle here. And the tag. And the head coming this way. And the hat. Each one is going to be just a little bit. That's a little bit different there. A little bit different. But mostly the same. She'll have some ruffle in here. Let's see. I have my scissors handle in there coming this way. Like that. Maybe down a little more. This is just kind of a rough sketch, so I'll have something to look at when I paint. I haven't decided. I think I'm going to use acrylic on them, paint. At least for the base, maybe. Put in the, I don't know. We'll have to decide. I think ink is going to soak through because you can already see in here where the ink is soaked through. And I think paint will give it a nice base. Yeah, I think that's it. They'll probably shrink some. I'm anticipating it to shrink because I do not think this is primed canvas. But it's still, just because it's not primed, it could be pre-shrunk. It's hard to tell, for me to tell. We'll find out later. Let's see, the tag. I want a tag in there. And then some lines for the and a couple needles and some pins. There we go. That's good enough. You're going to get tired of seeing me sketch Penelope. Scissors coming in here. Put a heart there. Around here. And some pins and needles and a tag. And our head slants this way, kind of at an angle. Oops, our head's going to have to come over a little more. Sort of like that. And where I have dark lines like there, that'll all get painted out. That'll all get painted out. Some. Alrighty. Oops, I need the shanks of the scissors there. And this line, this crease, I think will get painted out once it gets wet. Hi, Patricia Struford. Good morning. I watch Mary do it because I'm not going to do it. Hi, Sharon Marlowe. Good morning. Good morning, Sharon Marlowe. Kimberly's in the house. Good morning, Kimberly. Hi, Terry Al. I'm getting a mailing ready today. I have a big mailing that's going to go out tomorrow to Anne, to Suze, to Terry, some ATCs that have been requested. And I need to work on those erasers, but I'm slowly getting things. I'm slowly getting things out. Just be patient with Mary. She's an old lady. That's my excuse. I'm an old lady. Yeah. Let's put my scissors in here. And I'm going to send these, you guessed it, to my mods, but I'll have 16 of them to go to the mods, and I'll have some extras here. So I might do a few giveaways. We'll see. We will see how they turn out. I won't get them all done this morning, I don't think. I don't think I'll get them all done, but we might put this tag over here this time. Might have more luck putting it there and still get the ruffle in, and because I'm running out of space there, we'll put Penelope's face there. The hair coming this way. And the pins, maybe put a pin coming out this way, and the needles like that. All right. I think I do better if I start with my scissors. Yeah. Kind of like this. And make them too big. Like that. Then have the fabric come over them. And like that. And then her head slants. And she's got a hat on. And she's got the ruffly collar. She's a pincushion doll. Penelope is my mascot. Yeah, and I know Pierre, he's still unfinished. You know, Mary. Well, if you don't know, you know now. Couple of needles, some pins in here. And the feathers will be painted in there. Let's start with the scissors again. Maybe a little more in there. I'm sketching her over and over. Andy Warhol Penelope here until I cut them apart. And I'm going to paint them all on this canvas too before I cut it apart. And I probably will paint with craft paint. And then I'll varnish it. Needles. And the shank of the scissors. And her head here. And the ruffle. And her hat. Yeah, her head could probably be a little smaller. And then the feathery eyelash yarn here. And it comes out like that. And the needles. This is Mod Appreciation Month. I appreciate all the moderators. If I was making a lot of money, I would pay them. We won't get into that conversation this morning. My YouTube rant. Nope, not going there this morning. Let's just keep sketching Penelope here. Give her a tag. And the head. And her hat. Comes down and around that way. And her feathers. Just kind of a few lines out here to indicate the feathers. And the ruffle. And a couple needles and pins. Yeah. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Croaking all the night. Sharon, 5-finger death punch is stuck in my head. The bullfrog didn't work. I don't know that one either. 5-finger death punch. That must be a Tennessee regional song. It's a group. I listen to hard rock. You listen to hard rock? Arlene's nurse must play hip hop. My caregiver listens to classical, is appalled by my choices. I love you, Arlene. That's funny. You'll bring her up to date, Arlene. She probably goes home and listens to hard rock on the radio on the way home. Don't tell Arlene I'm listening to this. A little heart in there. And some pins. And the tag. And her head. Coming this way a little. And her hat. Maybe not that way so much. I finished reading my book yesterday. I'd go to the library today, but I think it's probably closed for President's Day. It may be open. I know the post office is closed, so I'll probably make my trip to the library and the post office tomorrow. All right. We've done 10 of them. I've sketched 10. 10 out of 25. 10 out of 25. I'm stopping for a tea break here. Let's have a tea break. I have pomegranate tea this morning. I used the last of my creamer yesterday, so I'm having tea this morning. I have to have cream in my coffee. I don't care for that straight up black stuff. And I have to put a little hazelnut flavoring in it. You'd think that after sketching 25 of these, I'd have her down, but she's different every time. She's different every time. Same basic design, though. Let's see, I didn't put the shanks in there. No, I didn't put them in here. Oh, the tag goes there. Her head slants. And she's got that ruffle collar, a couple needles, pins, her hat. This is what she looks like. Ouch. That hurt. I must have a needle stuck in there someplace. Right in there. Penelope. Owie. Let's pull that up a little so I can see. Oh, I see. It's a hat pin. He said, I didn't do it, Mary. Let's pull that up a little. It's a hat pin. It's a pretty one. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's right there, right here. And I'm just kind of sketching her. She has, let's put some feathery up in here for the feathery, just kind of little scribble lines for it. And I'm not going to sketch in her face until I paint her. The bullfrog song was hard rock in my day, Sharon said. Hi, Fran. Good morning. Fran on the edge. Good morning. She said, gotcha. They're saying good morning to Fran. If you want to hear Ives Road, just say Godsmack in her presence. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. She probably thinks Godsmack on her way home, too. Fran says, hi, all. See, I found you. Welcome, Fran. Glad you found us. Glad you joined us this morning. I am sketching Penelope ATCs. I'm going to paint them. I'll probably be all morning at this. I was going to do jam journal. I was going to do zines, but you know how that goes. You know how it goes. I always have bigger eyes than what I can accomplish. Bigger eyes than what I can accomplish, but I have fun doing what I'm doing. I want to get mailing done today, or packaged up and everything, ready to send tomorrow. And Lisa Conway streams tonight. I want to work on my little box that I'm doing for the Defy auction. Let's put her hat in here. Sort of like that. Some needles. They'll go in there better after I paint them in. And some. There we go. Hi, Miss Mary Berry. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're ATCs. I'm going to paint them and then I'll cut them apart. This is canvas. I cut the canvas this morning. I've got 25 of them. And I'm just kind of sketching her in now to give me some guidelines to paint with. Just kind of sketching them in. Little scissors. Here's Penelope right here. And what you see me doing here is this little red piece of fabric going across. I'm just kind of getting a general placement of her first. I think it's fun to sketch her over and over and over again, though. That's really fun, kind of fun to do. That's an exercise. I'm saying good morning to Mary Berry. Cheryl says, I'm an 80s rock lady, but I kind of like different songs, not classical. I kind of like the oldie goldies, the 1950s. Don't ask me to sing any of them. Don't ask me if I remember them, remember all the words, because I don't. Hear it, I usually sing along with them. The words usually come to me when I hear the tunes. Que sera, Doris Day, I like that. I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be rich? Will I be happy? What will become of me? What will become of me? Yeah, I'm afraid those singers are gone. Kurt Douglas passed away this recently here. Dean Martin's gone. Frank Sinatra's gone. Danny Kaye, all of those, Andy Williams, Annette Funicello, Farrah Fawcett, they're all those movie stars that I grew up with have passed away. No wonder. And I've been too busy in my life to learn all the hard rock and all of that. This face could probably be a little smaller. That could probably come down a little bit more too, and I didn't put my needles in. piece of, whoops, more like that. The fabric and the little red heart and the scissor shanks and the tag and her head, the ruffle and her hat. Yeah, I finished reading my book last night. Some needles. That was a good book. I enjoyed it. Long Way Home. It was about the pigeons used during World War II to get messages out to the French resistance. They sent pigeons from England. It was kind of an interesting book. It was a recent book. I love historical novels. Arlene says, I love Tennessee Mountaintop by Kid Rock. Gonna make some grilled cheese. Linda, you're making me hungry. Sharon says, time for coffee. Thank you, Fran. Cheryl says, yes, Sharon, I've not seen him for a bit. Elton John is officially retired, Cheryl says. Does Mary have 25 mods? Nope, I've got 16 mods. So yes, I have a few extra. I have a few extra. I always keep one for myself. So that means that there may be some for giveaway once I get them all done. But I probably won't get them done this morning, but I'll get them done this week. The tag in here. And her face. Mm-hmm. The little heart. The scissor shank. And the hat. Everyone's a little different. Oops, the ruffle comes up in here. And kind of has to curve out a little here. Maybe down a little bit more. Couple needles, some pins. I haven't been putting pins on these. They're going to get painted out anyway. And then the feathery part up in there. All right, I got 15 done. Moving on. Fresh mocha coffee. Ooh, sounds good. Also retired is Ozzy Osbourne and Huey Lewis. Waiting for my Pierre to wake up to get coffee, Cheryl says. When he was younger, I looked like Huey Lewis, Arlene says. Mary, number 8 is missing a heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it is. There we go. Gotta have heart. You gotta have heart. They'll be painted in anyway, but look, I've still got paint on my hands from last night. Yep. I'm working on the little box for the Defy auction. I want to get that done and mailed out this week. Let's see. Let me look at the calendar here. Get rid of my calculator. Go to utilities. Look at the calendar. Today is the 17th. So if I get that box done this week and mail it by the 24th, she should get it if I mail it priority by March 1st. That's my goal. Let's hope that I can do it. Usually when I have something important like that, though, to do, I'll step up to the plate. It's when I do stuff on my own here that I say, I'll do it when I get to it. Yep. I kind of slack on my own. Let's see, we want the tag in here. I'll do it when I get to it. The needles, the scissors shank, and the pins. And the head, it comes in here. I think I got her head probably, well, no. It's at quite an angle here, but I like it at an angle. And she's got ruffle in here that covers up her neck. And her hat comes out this way and over and around that way. Some pins. There's some feathers in here. Alrighty. Moving on. This could be a little wider. This is kind of fun to do. A different take on it all. Make those scissors a little smaller. And the red piece here. That really should go up and down like that. And a heart and the shank. And the tag. And their head in here. And the ruffle. And the body here, and a couple needles and pins. Some pins on there. And the hat. Like that. And I'll do her face when I paint it. Right now she doesn't have faces. I'm not going to bother sketching all those in. Yes, I'm sketching each one separately. You kind of have to do that if you're going to paint each one separately. But they're very similar. Some of them need a little bit more work on them, but let's take a sip of tea here. I pull it down so I can work on it better. Let's see. The tag comes in here. I was doing the fabric piece. I'm doing a little heart and some pins on it. And the scissors handle and the shank. And her head. And her hat. Kind of comes down more like that. And the ruffle. And the feathers. And the pins. And another feather in there. And the needles. There we go. I think I'm making that head a little too large. and the shank, and the round body, and needles and pins. And the tag, and her head. And the ruffle. And the feathers. Keep moving here. It gets a little tiresome to draw it over and over and over, but it's good experience. It's good experience. A heart. Scissor shanks. And the needles. Those will be painted in later. And the ruffle and the head. And some feathers in here. Okay. 20 are done. Let's proceed with the last 5 here. I love ATCs, but not trading them. I have all negative experiences with that. Oh, Fran, that's horrible. I hate it when people don't honor their. Mary said, usually when I swap, I honor it. Sometimes I'm late, but I usually get my swaps done. It's my happy mail that I don't get done. But then I've kind of excused myself because happy mail is happy mail. It's not a commitment. Well, sort of a commitment from me. I say I'm going to send it, and then I don't always get it. I'm getting there, though. Giveaways. I usually get my giveaways sent out. Mary Berry says, I know about Jeremiah and the bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine. 3 Dog Night. We're getting older, Cheryl says. Hi, Maria. Good morning, Maria. Getting older is a privilege. Not everyone gets to grow old. That is so true, Arlene. A very good point. Mary says, I like the idea of painting on road canvas. They're saying good morning to Maria. Sunshine on my shoulder, John Denver. Yeah, Miss John Denver. The 1950 songs were love ballads. Yes, they were. Rest in peace to them, Cheryl says. How about a boy named Sue or Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys? And then we had the Vietnam era with the Green Berets. That was a big song in the 70s, the Green Beret. And what was that other one that had Where Have All the Flowers Gone? Arlene says, I enjoy almost all music. It's just that the rock gets me motivated and it's good to work to. I usually don't work to music. If I listen to anything while I'm working, it's the videos, to YouTube videos. I didn't put a tag on this one. It needs a tag. Put my tags in there. And then put the scissor shanks in there. Couple needles and pins. And her head. And her hat. And a ruffly. And the feathers. All right. The scissors. I love pigeons. They served during the wartime. Yes, they did. That was very interesting. Hi, Christy. Good morning. They're saying good morning to Christy. Arlene says, be right back. Grabbing coffee. Tori says, sweet extras for giveaway. Yep. We need to raid Hollywood's cookie jar. Holly. Is Holly in here? Are you sneaking in her kitchen, Sharon? Carla, are you here? I saw Carla earlier, I thought. Fran says, I have a Joker stamp I carved. You're making me think of doing more Joker cards. Ooh, that would be fun, Fran. Let's go to Fran's channel. Fran, we're coming over. I am subscribed to you. Fran, let's go to her about. She says, Fran on the Edge. This is an art and crafts channel with steampunk, grunge, mixed media, textures, and metal crafting, as well as stylish hands on art, paintbrush, glue, etc., working with polymer clay, modeling, or texture paste, gilding wax, metal leaf, crackle, mica powder, stenciling with paint, ink and paste, and recently some acrylic painting. My name is Fran Baker, or Fran on the Edge. I've been doing arts and crafts in one form or another for many years, starting in watercolor, acrylic, and oils. I work mostly in oils initially as I loved the buttery feel of oil paints and the smells associated with it, like linseed oil, terps, liquin, Liquin, and varnish. However, I currently work in my bedroom, a tiny area, so I can't now leave an oil painting out until it dries, especially as I have a huge bouncy dog who dashes about like mad. So I've begun to work much more in acrylic and mixed media, using more textural things. I love that textures enable the partially sighted or blind to enjoy art too. Oh, Anne, that's cool. And she has several playlists, creating textures, jelly printing tutorials, junk journals, 3D diffusers by Tim Holtz, jelly pop art prints, this, that, and chat journals, and more, book covers, tiny journal lives, mixed media Thursday, journals recommended by Hakanta, jelly printing, and 30 plus more. A lot of playlists going on out there. So I have to go explore her playlist, and here's her videos. The most recent one was glue art turtles. How interesting. Glue art turtles. Heat sealing plastic. Tags part 2, tags part 1, mini journal part. Boy, Fran, you are a busy lady. Handmade washi, twisted faces, making texture paste part 2, how to make texture pastes part 1, how to make, Mokum Gane, Gane, a tutorial. That looks interesting. But these are 6 months is your most recent video. Fran, you need to get busy and do more. Channel intro using silicone molds, black crackle test, All right. Well, go give Fran some, subscribe to her channel, give her some thumbs up, tell her we appreciate her art, and subscribe, like, share, comment. She must have fell asleep. Carla, wake up. I could ring her up. No, let her sleep. She'll probably jump out of her jammies. Let her sleep. She probably needs the rest. You give her candy and cookies, Arlene. No candy or cookies, but lots of hug and crazy wheelchair rides. Aww. Linda says, num, num, num. Hi, Julie. Happy Monday to you. Julie Topaz Pearl Girl. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. They're saying good morning to Julie. Maria says she loves Johnny Cash. Yeah, there's another one. Johnny and June Cash have both passed away. Big love for the man in black. They're saying good morning to Maria. Hi, Ray. Ray says, hi, anyone I missed. I'm mostly lurking today. I'm just sketching oodles and oodles of Penelopes. I've got 4 more left to do here to have 25 of them. And then I probably won't get them all painted this morning. I'm kind of tired myself, to tell you the truth. There's Carla. She says, I'm here. I'm here. Holly is probably silently lurking. Well, it's pretty early in the morning for Holly. It's just starting to be 3 o'clock. No, 4 o'clock. It's almost 6 here, so it would be at mountain time if she's 2 hours ahead of me. Oh, she's in Arizona, but I still think that she's Pacific time. We'll have to ask her. It's either 3 or 4 there for her. No, 6, 4, or 5 for her. Carla, I finished the steampunk box. Oh, Sharon, you were working along with me. I didn't notice that until I reviewed my chat. I'll have to see what you did to your little box, Sharon. Fran on the edge says, I've not uploaded for a while, Mary. Lots of film to edit. Hard to do with a bag net. Oh, Fran. Well, you just take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. Ray says, yum. Thanks for breakfast, Sharon. I'm starving. Yeah, I didn't have any breakfast either. I'm kind of sipping on this tea. I got pomegranate tea this morning. Time to go grocery shopping. We're either going today or tomorrow. Terry says she subbed, Fran. Cheryl says she subbed. So, Fran, you got a couple of new subscribers. Mountain time is 1 hour behind Central. Yeah, except I don't know if Holly is Mountain or Pacific. I didn't finish the side of this one. There. This one's a little slender. All right, let's finish them up here. Let's finish them up. I'm a little tired this morning. I'll probably take a nap after this. I probably got maybe about 5 hours of sleep last night. I finished reading that book after my stream. I had to finish that book to find out how it ended. I don't cheat. I read every word. Sometimes it's tempting to go to the end and see how it ends, but it was a pretty good book. I'll have to tell you that. It was all about World War II and using the carrier pigeons to send messages. And it was so sad because the American pilot, well, he wanted to be a pilot in the Air Force. It was before America was still neutral until they bombed Pearl Harbor, until the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. That's when America got involved in World War II. And while they were still neutral, there was an American in the story. He was a crop duster, and his parents died. He was just a young boy, and his parents died. And he was on his way to go to college to study aeronautical engineering because he flew his father's crop duster plane. Well, when his parents died, they were killed by a drunk driver in the story. And he wanted to go to college, and he was on his way to college, and he got mugged, and all his money was taken. So he decided to go to Canada because the Americans, I guess the guys who wanted to fight for England before America joined the war could join the Royal Air Force through Canada. Somehow that way. And somehow he got over to England, and he helped a young lady on a bus who was being harassed by a lieutenant in the Royal Air Force, except he didn't know it was a lieutenant, and they ended up fighting. Anyway, he ended up being a stowaway on a plane trying to, was it retriever pigeon? Yeah, somehow like that. And the plane crashed in France. And so they were trying to avoid the Germans, getting caught by the Germans. And it's all the story that goes in there. I'm just giving you the highlights. So I'm not going to tell you the rest of it. You have to go read the book to find out. Just like that German castle at Mary Two's. You can't see they won't let people video the interior of that castle. And you go to look for videos on YouTube, and you see a lot of the outside of it. They call it German's Disney Castle. Germany's, I guess it was built in the 1800s. And by King Ludwig II. But they won't let visitors film on the inside. There's a couple of videos, or a few videos out there, but they're illegally filmed. They're secretly filmed. And it just, I know that, so I feel like I'm committing a crime by watching a video that was secretly filmed. Her hat could come down a little more here. There. So I was watching a video where some young hikers were going up that way, and gosh, I thought they were going to fall off one of those mountains. I had to close my eyes, but they were smart and went back. So one left here to kind of sketch in, and then I think I'll do some painting. I'll probably do the background first. Yeah, let's do it, Mary. Let's get it done. Yeah, that was the thing. When he was behind enemy lines, she was working for the pigeon people. The Navy, the Army, the Royal Air Force, they had a name for it, National Pigeon Service or something like that. And she was helping them because she grew up with her grandfather, and they raised pigeons. And she loved her pigeons, and she had a pet pigeon that wasn't supposed to be on that plane. And that's how the American pilot, I think, got caught on that plane. He was trying to get that pigeon out because he knew it wasn't supposed to be there. But when their plane crashed behind enemy lines, and they were being, by the French resistance, they were being hid from all the Nazis. And so he was kind of trying to send messages home and some of them went to his lover, and some of them were addressed to the Royal Air Force to kind of give, you know, information about the German troop movements. And but he decided, you know, I need to put these tags in here. I don't have any tags in here. He decided he wasn't going to tell her, because she loved those birds. She loved her birds, her pigeons. And he wasn't going to tell her that the French thought they were sending food. So a lot of the birds the French were hungry because the Germans raided the, all right, here is my finish here with all the sketches. So I'm going to start painting. So, but the French were hungry, so they took the capsules off of the legs of the birds when they were hungry and ate pigeon, which is kind of creepy. But when you're hungry, I guess if you're hungry enough, you'll eat them. And they were probably pretty hungry. Let's see. Let's get out some. I think I will put wax paper under there. And I want to get out my palette. And I think I'll just start small here. Let's start with blue. That's green. Is this blue or is that green? That's green. Is that green? I thought I had a new blue. I'll bet I put it over. Let me go over this way and see if I can find that pretty blue I bought the other day. Red, 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 blue. It's a metallic. I don't know if I want a metallic. Here. Ocean blue. Ocean blue. We're going to kind of paint a blue background in there. However, before I do that, let's get out some paint brushes here. And I got some. I think I'll start with that one. I'm going to draw, I think I'll just paint red lines down here so I'll know where the edges are. I'm not ready to cut them apart because I want them to be, I could, do I have a red marker? I'm going to have to get out those big red markers. Or I could just paint the blue up to the black here. I think I'll put a little red in there though. So let's get out some red. I'm about out of red here, but we don't need a lot. Okay, and let's take this off of my, I'm done with my ruler. Put it away. Of course, I got that other brush out. Oh, it's on here. Okay, let me put this over here for a minute. Now get some wax paper out. I love having that little cart right over here to my left that holds all my supplies. Not all of them, but a lot of them. It's nice just to be able to reach over. Okay, just like that. Let's see what you guys are saying out there. Hi, Leah, Carla. Hi, Topaz. Hi, Tori. They're saying hello. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to do some red lines down here first. And then I'm going to do the backgrounds in blue. And I might do a, we'll see what I do for the bottom. I just want to start getting some paint on it. And what did I do with my other brush? Here it is. All right, we'll come back to that later. I don't think I have much red left in here, but I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot. I'm going to try to work right out of the cap. I just kind of want to outline it so I know where it begins and ends here. Where the cut line is. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I should have started over here. Just to give me a sense of where things are, a boundary. Probably should have just a little bit of water in there. Oops. Well, that'll get painted out. Sorry about that. It's kind of juicy. Just as a guideline to know where, and it probably shows up better for me than it does for you. I probably need more paint in my, I don't know if I can get any more in there. Yeah, let's go get another bottle. I'm done with that. I'll have to clean that one out. Let's go. I bought some more reds the other day too, reds and blues. Let's get a red. Cherry red. I couldn't find any more Tuscan red. I couldn't find any Tuscan red. They had cherry red and true red, and I like the Tuscan reds. I don't know why. Did they quit making it? Or did they just not sell it? I don't know. And of course, we got the cellophane thing to deal with. And I'll have to rescue my little scissors. Fell beneath my, down the crevice over here to the right. My little fussy cut scissors. I didn't put them away, and there you go. See if that's any better. I just kind of want to mark. I have the black lines there, but the red will help me, I think. Come on, Mary. Or I think it will. I could be very wrong. Yeah, it needs a little juice here. I don't think this canvas has been primed. it doesn't feel primed, but it might be pre-shrunk. I'm talking to myself. I don't know. I think Annie V told me that it was pre-shrunk, that I didn't have to worry about it shrinking. Down the, oops. There. I just want to make some red lines here to remind me not to kind of separate each ATC. This one will probably be painted out a little more in there. Now I need some more red in there. Let's do it this way. Get some paint in the cap. Oops, I got a lot of paint there. There we go. There's some water in there. This is Mod Appreciation Month. I appreciate my moderators. They've saved me a lot of times from a lot of pain. They tell me when there's no sound. Have a great day, Tori. Bye. Hi, Ilja. Good morning. Melinda, come in here. I have to go, Tori says. They're saying good morning to Melinda. Melinda Lewis. Hi, Mary and everyone. Good morning, Melinda. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Now, these lines are fairly, my painting won't be as skimpy. I'm just putting in lines right here. I'll have a lot more paint on my brush when I paint my ATCs. I'm just kind of putting in lines here. Just to help me remind me where the ATCs are going to be cut apart. Yeah. Guidelines, sort of. Little Penelopes. All righty. Last line here. Come on. All right, I think that's good. Let's wash out my brush. Let's get a towel. I found my towels. They were here. They were just hiding. They're still kind of hiding. Put them over in this other side. All righty. Let's put this up for now. Hope that went in there. It did. Okay. So I'm going to start by putting in a flat blue background. Oops, got that brush out, and of course I flung it around. Where did it go? Here. Ouch. 3 feet away from my desk again. All right. So I'm going to start out by putting a flat blue background in here. This ocean blue. And this is new too. So let me open up the cap. I wish they put pull tabs on these things. They could do that. Probably charge us 50 cents more a bottle if they did, though. So keep your 50 cents. Yeah, I mean, keep your pull tabs. I don't want to pay more money for a pull tab. That's a pretty blue. That is a pretty blue. And I'm going to start over on this. And we're just going to paint in the... I'll pull my sleeve way up here in case I get my hand in any wet lines. There. Oops. And I did. I can feel it's wet. Let's put my towel down. Sort of. Where's the other one? Like that. Oh, so I put it in there. So I'll be coming back. You can tell these are cheap brushes. Already a hair sticking out there. And just kind of painting in the background. And I'll come back and put the white lines on there for her feathers, or the boa. But let's get the background in first. And I think right about to there, maybe. And I'm not sure what color I'm going to make the table. We'll see. And our hat kind of comes like that. This will all be blue initially. Be blue. And I'm not mixing any medium or anything. This is just straight craft paint. But I will varnish them so they'll have a little shine to them. I might have got matte varnish, so I'll have to see what kind of varnish. I don't think I got gloss varnish or even satin. I think I bought matte. But they will be varnished. So let's see, the table will probably come to about to there. And the same with the needle. I'll come back in and put the needle. I'll come back in and put in the needles and I'm just getting the background in. Yeah, just put a little, just about like that. That could probably be a little curvier there. Let's do the next one. Now I'll probably border these, so I am going to leave the line. I will probably come back in and put borders on them. So it won't matter if I have a little line in there. Here comes the choo-choo train. Coming down the track. Now, I won't get these done this morning, but I will have a few extra for giveaway. Sharon sent me a photo. Oh, she sent it to the Defy group. Can't show that. Sorry, guys. Hi, Lori, Pink Girly. Did I say good morning to you? Little Red Wagon is in here. Rosetta Ilja's here. I saw Ruth sneak in. I saw Ruth sneak in the other night after I reviewed chat. I missed her during the stream. So Ruth, if you're listening, Ruth Lamb, good morning. I think she was probably busy. She didn't chat much. Terry had to go, so had a great day. Karen. Good morning, Karen. She snuck in here someplace. It's hard for me to see all the names. I see somebody said, good morning, Karen. I don't see Karen's. Mitzi's here. Carla's passing out the coffee. Oh, thank you, Fran. I got to go look. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sneezes. I get mad at my brother when he sneezes, so I sneeze. I can't get mad at him when he sneezes. I tell him that he'll do a big old achoo. And I say, your sneeze is heard around the world. And he just laughs. So what do? I sneeze. Somehow I forgive myself. Poor guy. Poor guy. I don't know what I'd do without my brother. He's been awfully good to me. He's been awfully good to me. He's a good guy in his heart. He was kind of wild in his younger days. He had to sow his wild oats. He grew up in the 50s. He served in the Navy. He was stationed over in Pearl Harbor during the Vietnam War. He was a mechanic, engine mechanic. On a destroyer. Let's see, I think I want this a little more like that. Sorry, I sneezed. Oh. This is not a good brush. Not a good brush at all. I can't get a hold of that here. There. I thought I had a good brush here. I just buy the cheap ones because I'm hard on them. They're just craft brushes. Probably need a little bit of water, and that's probably getting a little thin. You have a loud sneeze? It's not something you don't choose. Yeah. Yeah. Some ladies have a cute little sneeze, and then some of us have big kazoo sneezes. I understand, Carla. My brother has a loud sneeze, and I guess I do too when I'm online here. Somehow it's easy for me to forgive my sneezes. Mary's not perfect. Isn't that the human thing? You forgive your own faults, but find faults with other people. Yep. I'll probably have to come up with a little more brown on that hat there. I think I was painting this out. They're saying hello out there. Fran's gonna do some prepping of, I think she's making what she calls Joker cards. She posted them in Fibsville, so I'll go look after the stream, Fran, see what's going on. See what you've done. Yeah. I don't know what I did with my water bottle. Did it fall over? I think it fell over the cliff. I don't see it here. Usually I have it out. But I was working on that little box last night. I might have put it over on the other side here. No, I don't see it. I probably fell over the cliff. And I don't like this brush. The tips of the hairs are coming out. Come on. That's a new brush too. Cheapy brush. Cheap brush. Now I think I'm just going to make it a flat background. You could give it more dimension by adding different colors in there, but I think I'm just going to give it a flat blue-black background. And then I'll probably come up with a little bit more fluff in here for her collar. White lacy collar, tan really, more of a, well, it's an old collar. You can't see it very well in here. It's kind of a lace in there. An old lace color. She says, I liked it and I never took it off. Yes, I'm just the doll. I'm just the doll. Yeah. About to there. Oops. I will take one of those cards, Renee. I don't think it's Renee. I think it's Fran who's making the cards. What is Renee doing? I think it's Renee who's making the cards. I mean, not Renee, Fran. She's making Joker cards. Look at that. Grr. Grr. Paintbrushes falling apart on me. Cheap brush. Cheap brush. Let's use my scissors and see if I can clip it off. Got paint off over in here. Put my finger in it. Put my thumb in it. Yeah, some more water in that. Might be too much water. No. I'll probably have to come over this and retouch because I'm painting pretty far away. I can't see the entire. Guess I can move it down just a little. So I thinned out that paint a little more. I'm about ready to throw this brush in the trash. I don't even know what brand this was. I know it wasn't expensive because I don't buy expensive ones. I'm too hard on them. But this was a new one. I've never used it until this morning. So it should not have hairs falling out on it. Yeah. Why I don't have the... Alrighty, that's good enough for now. Let's do the next row. I think I'm going to have to get some more paint out here. I'll be touching it up. I'm just getting the background kind of in there. I'll be coming in and detailing everything. And it may not be all paint. I may come in with a pen or something else. Who knows? Who knows? And since it's an ATC, I might put a little bling on her. Maybe a cameo someplace. Although she doesn't have a cameo, I should give her a cameo in real life. Mary's talking to herself again. Where's that blue? Keep it in your trunk, Julie. You never know. Wink, wink. Oh, well, Arlene. Arlene says, the best cheap paint brushes I ever heard from are from American Science and Surplus. Really, they are dye brushes, and I'm really hard on them. Been using the same one for 2 years. Renee says, I woke up with a permanent burn, about to sneeze, feeling in my left nostril. And Sharon says, keep it to yourself. I think Sharon just got over not feeling good, didn't you, Sharon? I think Sharon was kind of out of it last week. And she says, I don't want any more of it. No more. No more. Clean that off. No more, no more, no more. Gosh, I'm getting kind of hungry. I didn't eat a Pop-Tart or a Fig Newton or anything this morning. Now I'm starting to get hungry. Got about 45 minutes. I can wait 45 minutes. I'm just putting in the background here. It's like painting a big Andy Warhol poster of Penelope. But they're going to be ATCs. They're going to be cut up into ATCs. A little wrinkle in my canvas there. I think that'll work out once I get it all painty. Bye, Lori. Gotta call my neighbor, she says. Hi, Deborah. She says, hi, Ray D, Mindy, Milda, Renee, and Arlene. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning to you. We're all in our places with bright smiling faces. Yeah. Just getting the backgrounds painted in here. Kind of fun to do. It's kind of fun to do. that off of the brush there. Yep, it's almost meditative. You can get lost in thought. You can get lost in thought doing this. And don't ask me what I'm thinking. I guess I was just thinking where I was going to put the next stroke. Thinking about what I need to get done today. Thinking about going and taking a nap. I am kind of tired. I'll probably fall asleep and take a nap this morning. Until about 10, my brother will turn the TV on. Dee Dee comes on this morning. Dee Dee Willingham. Dee Dee comes on this morning. I was thinking I can't find my Penelope, my peacock dresser scarf that I wanted to make a cover for my art journal. I have another box to look in. I know they're in a sack. I went to the thrift store and I got that. I went to the thrift store especially to get that peacock dresser scarf. And then I started cleaning in here. And I know I put them in a sack, but I must have put that sack in a box. And now I can't find the stupid thing, and I want to make my February art journal cover. So that's on the to-do list. But today is going to be about getting mailings ready after I take my nap. And the post office is closed today, so I won't be able to go today. But I'll have it all ready to go tomorrow. Have them all ready to go. And Terry L., if you're listening, I found your bird envelope. All right, there's 10 of them. 10 of them. 10 out of 25. Let's fold this and then put it under my desk and let it float down as I'm working. I think I need a little water on there. Holly's fault. Mary can't find her peacock runner. You're kind of hard on Holly, aren't you, Sharon? Holly's going, yes, she is. But I can take it. I'm a tough lady. Holly can take it. Just don't start treating me like that. I can't take it. I'll cry. I don't mind blaming myself for things. But other people blame me for stuff, then I get defensive. I didn't do it. Not me. Not me. I'll have to come back in with my needles. Just getting the background in. Just getting the background in. And they'll be cut apart. They'll be cut apart. And this netting in here will probably come out into the blue a little. This is just kind of the first steps. We wouldn't pick on Holly if we didn't love her. I ignore people I don't care for. Oh, dear. I'm sure that makes Holly feel better. They love me. They're picking on me because they love me. Yeah. I got called a lot of names when I was young. A lot of names I didn't like. I think it probably contributed to my quietness. My oldest sister, was a very pretty gal when she was younger. I always wanted to be like her. She was, of course, we went to a small school, but she was very popular. President of the pep club, a cheerleader, volleyball, all those things that I couldn't do, she did. I couldn't match her. She was smart as a whip. Got her smarts from my dad's side of the family, I think. Well, she did art. But you know what? When we got in touch later in life, before she passed away, I tried to get her to trade art with me. She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't have anything to do with it. She says, I'm not going to be an old lady cutting out pictures in a nursing home. Well, I'm not an old lady. I was still working then. She wouldn't trade. I said, well, I'll send you some and you send me some of your art. No, I'm not doing it. So she wouldn't do it. That was that. I have some, of course, they're up in Madison, some pictures that she painted when she was younger in her teen years. They were good pictures. She took painting lessons from a lady in Texas when she stayed with my aunt, my dad's sister, for a couple summers just to get away from home, I guess. I was too young to know what was going on. She wanted to spend the summers down in Texas. She liked Texas. We lived in Texas when I was in first grade. She took art lessons from a lady down in Texas. Painted some really pretty paintings on masonite. I still have them. They're in Madison. This looks like a wing almost. Let's bring it down a little more. I'm going to have to get some more paint out. But between her and my mother is how I got started doing art. And then when I found that I could go into my own little world and do my own thing with art, then it didn't matter what they did. I was sold on it. Okay, let's get some more paint out. Mom wouldn't do anything with art. My dad was the artist. That must be where I get it from. My parents were emotionally cruel. I am quiet until I'm with people that make me feel comfortable. Yeah, I'm kind of quiet out in public too. I just let somebody else do the talking. But then I think my whole family is, maybe not my younger brother. He might be a little more outspoken, maybe in a bad way. He lets you know what he thinks. But here, I think being on the internet, well, I used to host when hosting was a big deal. I used to host needlework, and I used to host counted cross stitch and crochet groups. And that really helped me develop the online presence. I wouldn't say I was the best at it. I have a lot of really a St. Louis group of stitchers that does beautiful, beautiful work, just beautiful, far better than I could ever do. I'm still a part of their group, even though I don't stitch as much. I go in there and ooh and ah over everything they do. Just blows my mind. That is an art. And maybe even more of an art than we do, because it takes a lot of patience to finish some of those big pieces of needlework. And I don't even call it counted cross stitch anymore, because I think it's more of an art than what cross stitch implies. It's more of a needlework. It's a fabric art. And let me tell you, they do a beautiful work, and they buy quality fabrics and threads, and they do beautiful, beautiful work. I ooh and ah over all their work. More than I could ever do. But I've kind of quit doing it because I just kind of lost some of my patience for doing that type of thing. Don't have the patience anymore. Same with the mandalas. To do all that beautiful mandala work, give me some die cuts and let me paste them on. And still it wasn't beautiful. I mean, it was more of a craft than an art. I don't have the patience to do all that. But I can do this. I can do this, but this is basically just painting strokes on here. That's nothing to do in this. I like to draw. I like to illustrate. I need to work in my comp 2020. I don't know if I'll get more done in that or not. Here it is, the middle of February. I noticed I did have a playlist. Somebody asked me if I think that was Crystal, asked me if I had done any work in my composition book. And I noticed I do have 3 videos out there in a playlist for my comp book 2020. I don't know what I know I haven't done a whole lot in it. Now, comp 2020, who's doing an excellent job there, is Aunt Beck. Her comp 2020, she's just really done an excellent job with her comp 2020 book. She has really soared. SOARED, soared, with that book. Done an excellent job of it. Mary's fiddling around. Mary's fiddling around. I know what I want to do next. I just haven't gotten back to it. Let's bring that down a little. I just haven't gotten back to it yet. Put a little more juice in this. You're not giving yours away, Sharon? Well, you'll get one because you're a mod. You're a mod. I'm giving mine to the first 16 of them to the mods. And if I have 16 from 25, how does that leave me 9 left? So I'll have a giveaway. I might keep a couple. If I keep a couple, that'll be 7. I said keep 1, but I might keep a couple. We'll see. We'll see when I get there what I do. We'll see how it turns out. I had a whole list of things I wanted to do to for the mods, but you know, I just have to do it as I get to it. So I may not get the entire list done, but I'll get quite a few things done for Mod Appreciation Month. I sent out ATCs and I sent out Valentine's. Why didn't I get something done before Valentine's Day? Did I get anything done before Valentine's Day? I don't even know. Clusters? Did I send the mods some clusters? No, I don't think I did I? I can't remember. I know I had a cluster drawing, but I don't know if I sent specifically clusters to the mods. I don't remember. I'd have to check. I don't think I did. I think that's still on my list. I think that's still on my list. Good morning, Trace. They called me Worm because I couldn't sit still. They called you Worm when you were younger because you couldn't sit still? You were a little wiggle worm? You were a wiggle worm and you're still wiggling. That might have been dangerous to tell us that, Sharon. That might have been dangerous to tell us that. Hi, Valerie. Good morning. And that gives you worms in the mail, Sharon. Just don't send me any of those worms. If I get worms in the mail, they're going to my brother and they're going to get eaten. They're going to get eaten by the fishies. There's no worms on my art. Ew! Ew! Now, she was feeding her baby birds, I guess. I guess if you're going to put worms on your art, you might as well feed the birds. I couldn't stay and watch, though. I couldn't stay and watch. Oh, dearie me. I'm going to have to get out some more paint here pretty soon. This paint kind of soaks in a little. I don't think this canvas has been primed. Now I'm going to have some more paint. Mary, too, cracked me up. She's so cool. They call me Taz, Arlene says. I was incredibly energetic. Ray said good morning to Trace. Valerie's here. Ray is in the house. Need a worm, Arlene, Sharon says. Oh. Water right down that little there. Do you need a worm? Nope, I'm fine. Mary, what are you making? Trace, I am making ATCs that are, this is my little pincushion doll here. She modeled for me this morning. And these will eventually, these are 3.5 by 2.5, and they will be cut up into artist trading cards. And I made 25 of them. 16 of them will go to my mods for Mod Appreciation Month. And that leaves me 9 left. I'll be keeping a couple, and I'm going to have the rest for giveaway. And all I'm doing here is putting in the background. I'm using Americana craft paint. And all I'm doing here is getting really, this is kind of the base coat background. Kind of the base coat background here. But see, I've got a whole rows of them. This will be painted out. I sketched all of these this morning, each one separately. Each one has its own unique style. It's Penelope posing for me. She was getting antsy, just like Sharon. She couldn't sit still. So each one is different. She says, I sit still too much. All I do is sit still, she says. And then you stick me with pins. She's a pincushion doll. She is my studio mascot. I've had her for years and years. Got her I think I got her at an antique store kind of in the basement area. Because she's got a chalk head. And yeah, that's Penelope. She's become my mascot. Now I have another mascot, which is a dress form that I call Mrs. Wilkins after my high school art teacher. But guess what? She's up in Madison. I don't have room for all that stuff down here. My brother told me I need my own house. I didn't disagree with him, but I don't know how I'd ever take care of a house of my own. I'd never be able to take care of it. You know, keep up well, not only the payments, but the insurance and things like the water heater and the furnace and all the upkeep on it, mowing the yard and everything that comes along with owning a house. I'd never be able to. Maybe when I was younger, but when I was younger, I was on the move. I didn't bother buying. A lot of my friends bought their own townhouses and everything. I wasn't in any one place long enough to, well, maybe Madison. I was, but you know, if I would have bought a townhouse, I probably would have lost it. And I lost my job. You couldn't rely. Being a contractor, it wasn't like having a full-time job that you could rely on. You didn't know if you're going to work from the next month to the next. I'm kind of glad I'm out of it for that reason. I miss the work. But I don't miss being financially insecure. And I'm not really financially secure now, but at least I got a roof over my head. I wish I had more room, but I don't. So I'm just making myself be happy with what I have. That's the only way to be. Knowing I have that stuff, even though it's up in Madison. And I know I should get it down here, but I can't see the sense in bringing it from one storage unit to the other. Otherwise, I could go visit, I know, but I'd be dragging it all in the house here. I wouldn't have to go thrifting. Yeah. I see some of the big, beautiful craft rooms out there at a lot of the studios. And I often think, I drive by because there's a lot of little empty buildings around here. I often think it'd be fun to convert one of those buildings into a studio. But I'd still probably be working from home like early in the morning. I probably would not get up on a cold winter morning and go in to a dark building in a little town and paint. I might in the afternoon, on a Saturday afternoon or something, or maybe in the evening in the summertime, but I don't know. I kind of like my little room. It challenges you where you're going to put stuff. I'm still figuring that out. I'm just about done painting my blue. I'm just about done painting my blue. I'm getting hungry, though. I'm getting hungry. I got too much on there. I need to get this in here. I think I'll have loaded oatmeal, not loaded oatmeal. Aunt Beck eats loaded oatmeal. I'll have loaded cornflakes for breakfast this morning. Loaded cornflakes. What was I watching last night? A video. It looked good. They made a flatbread with mozzarella cheese in it. That looked good. I saved that in my... I got a playlist, I think it's a public one, that I call Others Recipes, where I'll save recipes that I want to try. Of course, it's pretty big. I'll probably never get them all tried, but it's probably way down at the bottom. I think you can sort it, though. Of this recipe, you make flatbread and you roll up cheese and peppers, and I guess it's not peppers, it's green onions. Green onions and mozzarella. Probably put some mushroom in there. I would. And you roll it up lengthwise like you're making a cinnamon roll, and then after you roll it lengthwise, you twirl it around into a circle and then roll all that out and then fry it like a flatbread. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I think you make the dough just like you would a regular bread dough. I might put a little more oil or something in it, but you fry it in a pan, not a deep fryer. Fry it in a skillet. There we go. All right. What's next? I don't know. We'll probably come back and touch up areas of this blue. Oh, my towels here. What next? I think the base. I'm debating. I don't care for green, but a pretty green would look nice on there. What color green I have over here? Can I buy a green? I might have bought a green. A light green. A spring green. What did I buy? Ocean blue, reds, blues, tans. I bought a lot of blue, navy blue, because I'm working in that landscape book, and that's what I bought them for. I don't know if I have a green out there. Let me find a green. I put all my paints down in this lower drawer, and I think I like them in here, but I have to reach in and see what I have. This is an older one. This is a gloss. New Shamrock. Let's see how this looks. And get this out of my way. Let's see how this green looks. I might have to lighten it up a little with some yellow or something. This is a older one. It's apple barrel. It feels juicy though. Apple barrel, 71 cents. Who sold me apple barrel for 71 cents? You can get it for 50 cents at Walmart. All right. I might lighten that up with some yellow. I'm going to paint the base. Let's get out a little yellow here. Put my blue. I don't know if I have room in there. I might have to take one out to put one in. I guess we'll keep it out for now. Well, that's a pretty green. I might want it a little lighter, though. Now, let's see what I have. Let's see what I have. Let's try to mix a little. Yeah, I think I like it a little lighter. And I'm just going to let's do a little dry. Oh! Good thing you didn't fall in any wet paint, Penelope. She fell head first. She fell head first. Paint was dry. It dries pretty fast here. Just this most recent down in here. I'm sorry, Penelope, I dumped you over. You got my head all messy. I would have been mad at you. Let's get a little water in that. And we're going to paint green around there. Oh, I like that. I'm liking that. Oops. I'll be bordering these anyway. Now I'm going to put my towels here. Rest my arm on them. Ew. They'll be pretty graphic as they are now. I might go in and mix some colors in there, but right now they're pretty flat and graphic. But I'm just getting the base coats in. I'm just getting the base coats in. I might work on them as I cut them apart. And of course, I'm mixing with my brush. I guess that's supposed to be a no-no, but I do it anyway. Part of that wet I'm feeling is water. Yeah, I got to get some of that paint off of my bottom of my bristles. Some water in there. I'm just putting in the base coats. Hi, Journey. Good morning. Good morning, Journey. Welcome, welcome. Who else snuck in here? No, I don't think anybody else. Oh, Ruth, there's Ruth. Good morning, Ruth. I saw you say hello last night. I missed you coming in last night. So I said hello to you earlier when you weren't here. Good morning, Ruth. I know you're a busy lady. I'm just getting the base coats in. I might even lighten that green up a little bit more. But put some strokes of yellow in there. That's where it starts getting dimension, is when you put other strokes in. You start getting dimension in there. Now I'm just getting the base coats in. I have so much I want to do. I wish it seems like I'm working all the time in here, but I'm never getting everything done that I want to get done. Yeah. Let's go down one. Got a little green in there. I guess that's what makes it fun, is having a lot to do. You never get bored. I never get bored with it. Let's put a little yellow in there now. And since these are on unstretched canvas, they'll be a little wiggly. They'll be a little wiggly, but I'll probably, I'm going to varnish them. I'm going to varnish them, and I'll probably put them underneath something to flatten them out a little after I cut them. And I'll probably get the base coats on everything, and then I'll cut them, and then I'll detail them one at a time. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'd like to detail them while they're still together and do a picture of them. Be fun to do. Snap a picture of it and take it to the library and make a poster. That would be fun to do. That would be fun. You can make big posters, or you can make 8.5 by 11s, or they have a poster printer in their lab. They got a maker's lab up there. Not at the library where I go every day, but where I go to make copies. They've got a sewing machine and a Sizzix cutter and I don't know what all, a laser cutter, but they won't let me cut stencils off their laser cutter because of the odor. They say it's an odor. They'll cut wood. They'll do laser cutting on wood, but they won't cut acrylic. They won't cut the acrylic stencils. They say, go do it on the Sizzix, or not the Sizzix, but the die cutter, the electric die cutter. I think it's a Cricut. I haven't used it. And I'm not sure it's one that you can design with. It's probably you probably have to use their cartridges. But at least they have something. Let's put some water in that. Some more yellow. So some more yellow here. And probably some more green. Gosh, I've had this green for a long time and it's still pretty good paint. I got it on, well, I think this I got at Hobby Lobby. 71 cents. Oh, it's gloss though. It's gloss. I might have gotten it at Walmart. I know Apple Barrel is sold at Walmart, but usually I get a 2-ounce for 50 cents, but that's gloss. So maybe the gloss costs more than the matte does. I don't know because I don't buy a lot of gloss paint. I buy the matte. Let's grab some of that yellow and put in there, lighten it up a little. Okay. Oh, it's 7:27. Dee Dee's going to come on here any minute now, so I guess I just put out new paint, but I better get offline because Dee Dee's going to come, so I better say goodbye to everybody. Geez, that half hour went fast. Journey, Annie B sent her a big, Annie V is in Victor, Arlene. It's Annie V. It's Annie Van somebody. Sent her a big piece of canvas. Mary was in here measuring and stuff. Most of us were fully awake. Oh, you're not lazy, Journey. You do beautiful work. Thank you, everybody. See you over at Dee Dee's. Dee Dee is probably on right now. Sometimes she comes on a little earlier, but she streams at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. So thank you all for hanging out with me. I'm going to finish painting my green here, and then I'll probably go take a nap, eat some breakfast, some loaded cornflakes. So thanks, everybody, for coming. Have a great day. Go do some art. Bye. Go watch Dee Dee.